This is PxnkTxrtle, the world's least busiest music nerd. No, it's just me, PxnkTxrtle. But you know, Melonhead had quite a good idea, and other people have started pick up after him. And there's people and albums that are really good that nobody's talking about. And sometimes I do love me good react, but it's not enough for a full album that's just blows you away. Now, if you can't tell, my favorite band is a little band. Oh. Boom. My jacket. First piece of merch ever. So that was really cool. I've followed them from the come up. And if you, like me, have followed them through the come up, you saw all their EPs and all the talent they had. And I saw it from the very beginning. I knew. And finally, their debut album is here. It is blessed us. And it is everything that I wanted it to be and expected it to be growing up with the trajectory that they've been going down. Because Jordan's real, okay? Like, Jordan's real. And the music's real. It's all real. Except for when it's not. So there's a few reasons why I decided I would cover an entire review of an album instead of just one song. Because like I said, one song doesn't do it justice. And I have friends like Travis Ply. You should check out his channel. He also does reviews and stuff. And it helps the lesser known people get known. Because they only talk about the famous people. And my boy here, he's on the come up. Pretty sure he already is up. But I've been there since day one. And I want to tell you about how great the album was. Okay? Now, I've been gone from YouTube for a while. It's no surprise. I just dealt with stuff. As you can see, this is the face of a dying optimist. It's been tough. But this album, among other select few songs and albums that I'm going to roll out for you guys, don't get your hopes up about my schedule, because I'm the world's laziest music nerd. Now, I will continue to do these because, like I said, when I made this channel, I just think they're cool and you should check them out. So anyways, Death of an Optimist by Grandson, his first album. Now, I was watching the Nathan Zed video recently where he talked about the lost art of album sequencing, is what he put it. And do I have news for you? Okay. That was my last edit that I'm gonna do in this video. Come on, I'm trying to have fun at this, you know? Get back into the groove of things. But anyways, the point of that is to show you that this album truly does carry that sequencing. The story is a narrative. If you listen to it song from song, they all connect. Going from Death of an Optimist to In Over My Head, Identity, Left Behind, 30, the Ballad of GNX, which is when it starts to get real dark. But We Did It, World War III, Riptide, Pain, Stopping, Drop Dead, and Paradise, the outro. Now those are a lot of songs, but they're all amazing songs crafted so well. For instance, the very opening song, The Death of an Optimist, paints you a picture of what's to come. It's joyful, hopeful, it has this nice sound to it. a sense of peace, the same peace that an optimist would have. But as he goes on, he starts growing up, that peace and optimism he's starting to lose it. So the music starts getting really intense into that crescendo of horns. It is amazing. Amazing open to an album. Told us everything we needed to. Now the second song, In Over My Head. Now this takes the movie character trope of, hey, I wonder how I got here, don't ya? Well, that's what happens in this song. He says, ever since 12 years old, he felt over his head. People said they knew what they were doing, but he never did. He wasn't sure. He was in over his head. And everybody kept telling him that, and kept telling him that, and made him to feel that way. That he was in over his head. He's trying, but it hurts so much to try when you're just told you're in over your head. It's not gonna work. That is the punishment of being an optimist. And this is when we start to see the optimist die. Now the third song on the track is Identity, which was one of the singles released early, which if you watch my channel, which you should by the way, I'm going to try uploading content. I'm going to make it good content. I'm really working on myself. But I did reacts to all three of his singles, and they're all great. But this song, Identity, the way he put in there as the third song, it really leans into it. Because he's in over his head, he doesn't understand what's going on, but then on top of that, his identity. Nobody really cared, so does anything really matter? He's sick, but he can't find a remedy. He's still struggling to find his own identity, because everybody's fighting. There's chaos everywhere, and it is a struggle to find who you are. So sick, but you can't find a remedy. That's a lot of us, and that is a sickness that I think comes with the world. The world is, at least, infects that illness too, and my heart to everybody who feels that way. But then, after Identity, he goes to Left Behind, which is another really transversal song, because it starts playing with some old school tunes, and that takes you back in the day. But the song quickly goes into, he doesn't want to get left behind. The revolution is starting. He doesn't want to be on the wrong side of it. He wants to start it, but he doesn't know if it's already started or what's happening. And with his identity issues, he's bound to get left behind. And it's really hard to know where to go when everybody else goes. Where do you go? The song after that was 30, which is the most wholesome yet political pop punk song that there is, that I've ever heard. Because it's all about getting your hands dirty to change the machine, because we might not live tomorrow, okay? Do you have love in your heart? Do you care about your neighbor? Do you just care? Or you have enough love in your heart to get your hands dirty, to change the machine? Because guess what? We might not wake up tomorrow the way the system's running. Really makes you think about our actions and what are we willing to do for a change. Now, after that song, we slow it right down with the Ballad of GNX. Now, the Ballad of GNX is G, grandson, and X. Now X, I have whole notes on X. X is the pessimism that's killing the optimist. X is also the 1%, as we'll see later on. X is society as a whole. X is the machine. X is everything bad. That's what it is. It's the pessimism as opposed to his optimism. And it's the angel devil thing playing out and trying to gain control of who's who. Now the song goes how G wants to do the right thing, and he wants to make a difference. He wants to use his music to help people. But X is always telling him, it's a bad idea. No, it's a waste. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna do anything. It's all for nothing. And that just signifies the pessimism and just presence that X has over pretty much everybody in some shape or way. Now, from that song, we go down to We Did It, which starts really happy. It's like, is this a party song? We did it. Yeah. Do we go take drugs and party? And I'm not going to spoil the lyrics, but it's, did they win? We did it. Yay. But you didn't do it. That's what the song hits you with, the hard truth that you didn't do it. There's still more to be done. Nobody actually did anything. They're clapping themselves on the back, but what did you do? What got accomplished? And in this song, I believe it's X you hear who says, I'm gonna get away with it. I'm gonna be a winner. Cause X is the pessimism. Pessimism will rule society. And X is also the 1% who's going to get away with it. And he's going to, while the rich get richer and the sick get sicker, he's gonna get away with it. And that is a very insightful topic to touch on. Now, the song after that, after We Did It, where apparently something was accomplished, what really was accomplished was World War III. Now, World War III is a banger, okay? And Grandson drops bars just like you'd expect he would in World War III. It's amazing the way this guy genre blends and can just play with any sound and make it perfect and resonate with his music and what he's trying to get across to you. But this song, World War III, it has a really heavy hit that's really good, and it's about getting shipped off to World War III, or are we already in World War III? Is like the world preparing for World War III? Is there going to be an option for World War III? Are we doomed to World War III? It's asking you the existential questions that I have come to know and love from my boy Grandson. Now, the song after that, if you notice, after the Ballad of GNX, all these songs start getting more and more negative. But after World War III, it's Riptide, which is another song they released a single video for. All his songs have a very narrative video throughout them that you'd watch that plays into all these theories of who X is and Jordan trying to separate himself from X. But anyways, Riptide is about struggling in the riptide and you have no control and people can't help you. And if they love you, they should let you go, because the riptide's all you've ever known and you're safe there. You like it there. Just let them swim in the riptide and let the waves take them where they take them. That is pretty much that song. which is followed by a very accurate pain shopping, which is all about medications and pharmaceuticals and other drugs that people take that take high, that feel high, feel high. They take them to feel high and feel better about themselves and their lives and think, oh, it's not that bad. They take it just to get through the day, because days are really that bad now. But it's just, he says in the song that he's pain shopping purposely just so he can feel something, because he feels nothing. That's how a lot of people feel, especially when considered that he was caught up in the riptide with the drugs and out of control, and now he can't feel anything, so he's just pain shopping, looking for something to make him feel again. And then there's Drop Dead, which a lot of these songs hit, but this song especially reinvigorated me, made me want to get back into my YouTube, along with a bunch of other things they've just been ignoring, because but anyways, so Drop Dead is a song about how he's a stoner and a sinner, and he'd rather drop dead than be a quitter. He doesn't have any hope, not a sliver, and it's just, some people don't acknowledge the little things worth living and worth trying, because drop dead living, okay, that was a bad metaphor, okay, give me a break, but you know what I mean. People can be living and people die, and this song is about not wanting to die, because you would sooner die than give up on having life. There, I finally got out. It took me a bit. Oh, hey, Whoopi. Whoopi's in the turtle costumes, if you don't see. So, man, that brings us to the final song. And as any great sequential album like this has, we knew from the beginning with Death of an Optimist intro coming out strong with the name title of the record, saying it's an intro. Halfway through, give us an interlude. Now, it's Welcome to Paradise, the outro. Now, Paradise is, there's a lot to talk about there. And it's also the outro as in leaving. So it could be the optimist finally giving in to the pessimism and leaving, and just leaving, going to paradise, the ignorance paradise, if you will, of just not caring, not doing anything. It's paradise to them. Or it could be the other way around, and paradise is a matter of perspective, and it's a good thing, saying anybody can get to paradise. Hey, come to my room, you can get to paradise. It's paradise when we're together. Or you can go the route of they all died. But narratively, I think it would be most sense to assume that the Optimist died. Optimus Prime died. But I heard on his Instagram, the Optimist lives. Whew! So that was the review of the best album that I think I could have reviewed, because that album speaks so much to me. Like I said in the beginning, that song in particular, Drop Dead, a lot of the songs radiate with me, like Pain Shopping and Riptide. I felt those. But songs like 30 and The Need to Change and Rhyme Drop Dead and Quit, and you gotta pursue this optimism even if people tell you it's not real. You gotta find your identity, find what your identity means to you, and it's just a great narrative story. Now, that was a long video. I'm hot from wearing all of this. So let me take off my grandson sweater. And my... Oh, look at this. Another grandson sweater. Let me pick this one off. Oh, what's that? A grandson shirt too? Oh my god. Did you guys know they're my favorite band? Well, anyways, guys, I look like a mess. I'm just trying to get this all back together, because this is something I really want to do, and it makes me happy. And in a time where I really haven't been happy lately, I feel I needed to come back to this, because I was doing everybody the service by not showing you guys all the cool stuff that you should check out. So, comment what you thought about the video, and maybe like it, and comment who else you think I should react to, or maybe even do a full review for. And snap that sub button. Look at there. Snap that sub.
Snap that snub.